was yesterday when I got my draft letter in the mail. I was immediately sent to Houston, where I underwent some training to find out exactly where my areas of expertise were. They found out that I was good at being a medic, so they had me take some more tests to see exactly how good I was at being a medic. And basically those tests were simply if a guy's bleeding in his leg, where do you put the bandage? You put the bandage on the head, the arm, or the leg. Well, I did pretty good at that, needless to say, and so I was sent to the front lines. And the guys who didn't do good to that were sent to Germany. So as soon as I was sent to Vietnam, first we landed in San Francisco. Before we went over there, landed at Traverse Air Force Base in San Francisco. And then we got our orders and we flew into Tokyo, Japan, and then right into Vietnam. And as soon as we landed, we met our general, and we got our orders for that night. And I remember like it was yesterday. Alright, well we're out here in Vietnam right now. Bugs are horrendous. There's ants like this size out here. They're crazy. We've got spiders and snakes. There's monkeys all over in these trees and stuff. And there was this, in fact, there was one time, the Viet Cong out here, they only fight in the infantry. There's only infantry. There's no tanks, no nothing. And there was one time where we were just killing them in waves, because they'd just come at us in waves and waves and waves. And that was just crazy stuff. Okay. But they just come at us in waves, stuff like that. And so then after we'd done killing them in these waves, because we had the armor and tanks and stuff, we'd go out there and have to do these body counts to send them back to our generals. And there was this time where we went out there to do this body count, and we found the general of their army out there dead. So what we did, we really wanted to send a message to their army. So we took the guy's machete and sliced off his head, and just started. Our tanks had these huge toe rings on the front, so if we needed to tow him, we could. So we just took his head and like right down on there, and then we just kind of rode through town and sent them a message. And that was crazy stuff. So I'm thinking I hear something, but yeah, the bugs and stuff out there are just horrendous. I mean, seriously, they have like beetles, like, you know, the size, and you know, it's all wet out here. Everything out here is swamp, and my socks right now are really. There's all these huge. I mean, it's just real wet. It's not fun to be out here, not at all. It's pretty scary too. A lot of times the Viet Cong, they send these tanks through, and we just don't know. Not tanks. See, I'm paranoid right now because I keep thinking I'm hearing something. But there's also these things that go around.
As soon as we got to the airport in Vietnam, the general had asked if anybody wanted to help carrying the luggage, everybody's luggage, and putting it away. So, stupidly, I volunteered. That's where I learned my first rule of don't ever volunteer for anything in the Army. Well, we were putting all this stuff away, and it took hours. And finally, I got to bed around 2 o'clock, and they had told me that the next day we wouldn't have to do anything, so I didn't think it was a big problem. But at about 5 o'clock, they came around banging on the door, saying, "Wake up, get out of bed, we got to go." And actually, we went that same morning. I was extremely tired, but that was the morning we were at the front lines and fighting. And I seem to remember it just like it was yesterday. Alright, I'll take a little time out to talk to you about the war. Alright, they wanted me to do it, therefore I will. Well, once in a while we go to other towns and visit, and just like, when we take over a town, we just walk around, and some of the natives, they want to help you out with stuff. They give you money, and or they want money. They want to cut your hair and just sell you good. And they got so-called mama san and baby son, little prostitutes. You pay not much money just to, because you know you're lonely during the war, so you need something to do. But anyway, like I said, they give, like, guys will come up to you, ask you if you want haircuts, just to get some money. And we got a haircut from this one guy, and we get it from him like every week. But but this week we got it from him, and he didn't really come back for a while. So like, hold on, gas mask. All right, all clear. We still gotta watch out for gunshots and stuff like that. Alright, I think it's alright. Bugs, crazy. But anyway, there's this guy didn't come back for a couple weeks, so like we kinda wonder what was going on. Well, that one of those same nights we had a little fight with them, and we had a fight, and after we got done with the body count and everything, we checked, and one of the guys that was dead was actually one of the guys that cut our hair the night before. So he's trying to sneak stuff from us, and it's just not good. Oh, gas mask again! Alright, I'm sure it's clear now. Man, gunshots, where are they? Alright, we're really needing you now. Now we need more troops on the front line. Hurry up. Over. But anyway, I kind of forgot what I was talking about. Snipers everywhere. Wow, this is getting too crazy. I gotta get out of here.
I remember one time we were driving into a town in our tanks, and we heard that there were some Viet Cong snipers and soldiers hiding out in the town. And so we were heading in there, and we were on the search and destroy mission. We were going to go get them. So we were going, and then all of a sudden everything just started going off. Guns, missiles, and there's an anti-personnel missile that it was coming, and it hit our tank, and it just, instead of exploding, these missiles, they just kind of burned through, and shrapnel was going everywhere, hot metal, and I got hit and I was injured. And I remember that like it was yesterday. It's Vietnam here. Got another story for you. Every once in a while we get the prisoners of war from the Viet Cong, and we take them up in helicopters. And is everybody all right? Yeah. And we'd ask them to tell us where all their men were and everything, and nobody would say anything, so we pushed the first guy. Everybody okay? Yeah. We'd push the first guy out, and then all of a sudden they all started going off and telling us where their men were, what they were doing. Then after they told us, we just pushed them all out. We gotta get out of here now.
And that's our story of Vietnam.
There's something happening here, but what it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me I got to beware. I think it's time we stop, children, watch that sound. Everybody look what's going down. There's battle lines being drawn, nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people people speaking their minds are getting so much resistance from behind. Every time we stop, hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and a carrying signs, mostly say hooray for our...
That's where we took our training. Stop it! Keep the... I remember when I was drafted. I was drafted. I remember like it was yesterday when I got my draft letter. It came in the mail and I was sent to Houston. I remember like it was yesterday when I got my draft letter. It came in the mail and I was sent to Houston. What they do is they have you take a test to see what your strengths and skills are at. Well, I just happened to be pretty good at being a medic, so they had me take some tests. The tests were pretty easy. They were pretty much just, if a guy gets shot in the leg, where do you put the bandage? Needless to say, I passed those tests and I was sent immediately to Vietnam. First, we flew to San Francisco, to Travis Air Force Base there. I took another test. Got it in the mail, and I was sent immediately to Houston, which is where the arm or the leg. If you did real good at that, you were sent to the front lines. I'm gonna have you get out of the base. Go upstairs.
I remember this one time we were heading into a town. I remember this first time we were I remember this one time we were coming into a town in our tanks.
Yeah. Retard.
Alright, I'm taking some... Alright, we're here in the front lines. I'll take a couple minutes to tell you what's going on, even though there's going to be gunshots and stuff going off all over the place. Jeez! Just stay down, okay? They can get you at any time. Alright, well, I guess they want me to tell you a story, so... Well, we traveled from town to
Mine here in Vietnam. Guess I got another story for you. Well, we would go into capture these Viet Congs, and we're back here in the front lines of Vietnam. Story for us. Every once in a while we capture the Viet Cong soldiers, prisoners, and to get them to talk, we would take them up in the helicopter to scare them. Every once in a while, they would push the first guy out just to get him to talk, and all of a sudden, there they go, they just start talking. We didn't know what they were saying though, and they tell us where all their men were,
and what their plans were, and then that way we just learned what they were doing. And after they were all done, telling us where they were in Vietnam, I got no story for us. Everybody all right?
Yeah!
And we go and capture the Viet Cong. And as prisoners of war, we'd take them up in the helicopters and push the first guy out. Just get them to start talking. The rest of the guys, they just go on and on and start talking, whatever. And back in the front lines of Vietnam here. Got another story for you. Every once in a while we get the prisoners of war from the Viet Cong and we take them up in helicopters. Is everybody alright? Yeah!